near mint condition, the home of collected editions.
That cover's so awesome.
Absolute format is the best way to own this store. Time to empty those wallets and fill those shelves.
What's going on, everybody? Domovex here, Near Mint Condition Manager, and today I'm going to be talking about the DC Finest Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters trade paperback. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, everybody, here is a first look at the DC Finest Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters trade paperback. This is, of course, by the legendary Mike Grell. This is, of course, by the legendary Mike Grell, with pencils by Hannigan, main inks by Giordano, and Julia Lacament on the colors, at least for the main team so far. This is, of course, a different front cover than the one that was originally solicited before they added on the DC Bullet logo and decided to make Green Arrow issue number 1 the front cover to this. This is, again, a look at the front with Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters by Mike Grell, Ed Hannigan, Giordano, and Julia Lacament. Here is a look at the side, front top, and also sideways, featuring the years 1987 to 1988. And here is a look at the back. You can tell here that they are again continuing on the DC Finest presentation of the 8 covers. The hunt begins anew with the full timeline at the bottom. This is going to collect Green Arrow issues 1 through 8, annual number 1, Detective Comics annual number 1, and Question 17 through 18, along with Question annual number 1, with, of course, the Green Arrow Longbow Hunters 3-issue miniseries. This is retailing at the regular standard $39.99 price for DC Finest, and then 544 pages of content. Let's go ahead and take a look into it and talk about the material and also what is collected in here versus the other omnibuses that the material is collected in. All right, let's go ahead and take a look inside the Green Arrow Longbow Hunters DC Finest. Here's a look at the copyrighted material information on the left-hand side and the table of contents on the right-hand side. You can see that they organize and map this accordingly, with Longbow Hunters going in the front for Green Arrow issues, the Question issues, and then the second arc, which is Gauntlet, and as well as 2 specific short stories, and then the Fables crossover between Detective Comics, Question, and Green Arrow annuals number 1. Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters, if you guys already don't know about it, it is essentially the Green Arrow story that placed this character in the situation that he is in right now. This is as transformative as Dark Knight Returns was for Batman, and as the Superman Man of Steel series was for Superman by John Byrne. In that same manner, in retrospect, you do have Mike Grell's Green Arrow starting off with this fantastic masterpiece, putting Ollie in a completely different moral light than I would argue he was even in the 70s under Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams, with, of course, the hard-traveling heroes era of Green Arrow. This would, I would argue, push Ollie further into the character that he is today, along with some connections that we get to see, not only for his character, but also with Dinah, aka Black Canary, and along with a couple of other characters as well that you will get to see later on in this run. I won't spoil it for you, but it is that phenomenal, and it is that much worth reading. It is a hit in every single way that you can think of. But I'm not only here to talk about that, I'm also here to talk about what is specifically collected in here and what other stories have also been thrown in this as well, and where has it been collected before. Now, this material has been previously collected before in a couple of different trade paperbacks, along with an omnibus and a couple of other complete-ish collections as well. We do have the first 3 issues of this series, Longbow Hunters, collected, rightfully so, in a trade paperback. We also have the Longbow Hunters Omnibus Volume 1 for anybody out there who's looking to get Grell and Hannigan in that nice, oversized format that everybody loves on this channel. But that Longbow Hunters Omnibus does not have those specific annual issues for Detective Comics along with Question issues 17 through 18. We also have this material somewhat collected in the 80 Years of the Emerald Archer Deluxe hardcover. This was part of the DC trying to do, hey, we're going to get a Detective Comics 80 years of, so we can get some of Batman's cool hits in there. And they've done it with a lot of other characters like Aquaman, and of course now we get Green Arrow also being thrown in here. We also have this being collected, at least for the first, I'm talking about the run specifically, not just Longbow Hunters, but I'm talking about issues 1 through 4 and then 5 through 8, which are collected specifically in Hunter's Arrow. And here, There Be Dragons trade paperback. So those were collected during the New 52 days, or came out during the New 52 days in 2013, 2014. They have stopped doing those specific trade paperbacks, along with plenty of other series, so they never got to complete it there. But if you are looking for just the specifics of the Green Arrow, and you can of course get those in the Longbow Hunters Omnibus Volume 1 and Omnibus Volume 2, even though again, they're marking that by the era versus, hey, we're just gonna name the entire era by the Longbow Hunters name. The question issues are also collected in issues 17 through 18, or question issues 17 through 18 are also collected in the Question Omnibus by Dennis O'Neil and Dennis Cowan collection Volume 1. And of course, you can get Volume 2 of that. It is a 2 omnibus set. And those specific issues are some of, by far, my favorites in this specific book. You have Ollie continuing to figure out what type of hero he is and what type of standards he holds for himself. Now you get this mixed in with this Charlton character that was, of course, the fixture for something that happens in Watchmen. But nonetheless, O'Neil and Cowan masterfully hit some of the highest notes as far as what you do when you are straddling the line. What type of superhero are you? And are you willing to make sacrifices despite certain morality strays? And this is an overall theme of this era of Green Arrow. It isn't just subject to the regular standard superhero fare. You are going to be exposed to a lot more mature storytelling in this specific volume than you will in other Green Arrow volumes, or even superhero volumes, I would argue. This really is a sneak Vertigo title, and as you can see, there is no straying when it comes to the violence that you are going to be subjected to in this book. It is it's bleak, it's dreary, it is as violent, I think, as you can think of. It is, again, it is for the mature audience. It isn't for the weary-minded, but if you love the overall thoughts of what superhero morality is, how far you are willing to pass towards the lines, and overall a look on a realistic take on how Ollie, this man who has supposedly all this wealth, is looking at the people that he needs to save, and it's a completely different world than the one that he's used to. If you like Dinah, if you like Black Canary, you also get to see her and what her role is in Ollie's midlife crisis in this specific volume, which is, so far as all of the DC Finest that have come out, this is definitely top 3 for me in terms of the material that is out. We also do get the Fables crossover, so you do get annual number 1 for Detective Comics in here, and as if we already don't have enough Batman and Penguin like we had in the Batman Year 1 and Year 2 DC Finest, you are going to be getting some of that in here as far as the crossover is concerned. And you also get this in Green Arrow annual number 1. Also tossed in here is the Question annual number 1. So if you're looking for a more complete type of collection that garners everything around this era and time period, with Green Arrow, look no further than this DC Finest, and to be able to supply yourself with all of that here as well. So wonderful stuff that is thrown in for this trade paperback. As far as the extras are concerned, there really isn't much. The only thing that we do get is a wraparound cover, or I should say a connecting cover between Detective, Green Arrow, and Question. The only problem is I would have rather just had them move these two covers over to the side. If I can just sort of set here, there is a bit of gutter loss. I really wish that these two were placed over here on the left and then Detective on the right, but that, as they say, is that. Now, if you're looking to get the Green Arrow DC Finest, the Longbow Hunters, check out one of our sponsors.
If you're in Europe and you're interested in buying these books, definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices, flat shipping rate of €12 for all EU countries, emails answered within 24 hours, waltscomicshop.com, And you can use the code Near Mint Condition at checkout and get free shipping for all EU countries with your first order over 40 euros. That's Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ding!
CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget, the CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your order confirmation email, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more.
And that's going to be it from me. I am Dom of X. Let me know in the comment section down below if you are planning to pick this up, but that's going to be it from me. Stay fresh, Minties, and please stay safe.